how did it come to be that you are with Carrie Underwood now on the tour? Because we're here at Power Balance Pavilion for the show, and it's just you and Carrie on the tour, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's we obviously I don't know how that whole process works.
She's a real nice lady too. I mean,
she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. I've enjoyed every minute. The really cool thing for this about this tour is that first of all we are direct support. We are right before her, which is awesome. That's that's another rung in my ladder. That's like yes, finally we're there. I've got my truck full of lights that I just got for this show. We're actually adding some more here the next week. But the coolest thing for me is that we've done 15 shows so far. This is the most we've ever done opening for anybody. I've done tours. I did 10 dates with Taylor, which was a blast. I did 14 dates with Flats, which was a whole nother experience. And then I did and then we started this, and this is 55. Which is cool because I get to stay on the road. I get to we've gotten in the groove. We get to keep this routine going, and I've built a show specifically for her tour, and we get to keep doing it. And then next year, obviously, we'll amp it up. We'll add a bunch of stuff. We were talking about it last night. What we'd add, for our next headline tour. So it's just the building of that process, that building of the show, like I've always wanted. It's really starting to come together.
That's great. Do you envision a kind of show like Taylor? I know she has like it's a whole process for her. I watched an interview with her once, how it's like a play almost, or a production that she puts, it's
every artist finds their voice in their show. Like you look at Carrie's show, so much different from Keith's show, so much different from Brad Paisley's, and all these guys are, all these artists and these people that are headlining these rooms, like Carrie, she has her own way of sort of communicating what she does and doing what she does, and it's got her stamp. It's got her stamp, which I love. I've been watching that. I've been seeing all these different shows, and I've been trying to find mine and thinking about what mine would be, what mine's going to look like. And I've been thinking about it for a long time, so this is kind of just finally getting to put it into play.
Were you an American Idol fan? Did you watch Carrie on American Idol?
I love the fact that through shows like that we can actually see superstars like Carrie from the get-go, and we can say, oh, we knew her win. You know what I mean? That's such a cool thing. Looking at where she is now with 14 trucks and 7 buses, like full of people and
quick too.
And these, oh my gosh, no, she just kills me. It's like it's not fair, but she is amazing, and I love the fact that everybody got to be involved in the career from the get-go. We got to see the early sides of it. You get to see superstars, true superstars from the get-go, which is awesome.
Well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I know you have a lot to do, but I do a blog for our website, and we, of course, are on Facebook all the time. So I posted earlier today that we were going to talk to Hunter, and
so we'll get some questions.
Give us some questions.
Nice. Okay.
So
cool.
We'll rapid fire you with a couple of them. So how old are you, Hunter? 21.
21. Yeah.
21.
Just turned 21.
Okay. So one of the big questions was, are you planning to go to college? And if you weren't in music, what would you do? What would you pick as a career?
I did want to go to college. I'll be totally honest with you, though. I literally have completely run out of time to do anything. And it's one of those things where, like, literally it's just like, things are rolling so quickly down this road. I have to invest everything I have. I don't really have a whole lot of hobbies. I have one that I waste my time on every now and then, and that's flying planes.
Oh, fun!
I'm working on my pilot's license. Trust me, it takes a while, and it's one of those things that doesn't happen quickly, and it won't happen anytime soon. But there's so much to invest in when you start your career like this. I have to make sure that all my energy goes into this at every moment of the day. It's some form of fashion, which is good because I love it. And I don't think there really is a backup plan. I've had a couple of people kind of fuss at me for that. I'm just kind of like, no. But here's the thing: when you don't have a backup plan, it just makes you more invested in what you were originally going to do.
I agree.
And you have to make it work. It's life or death. You got to make it work. So.
And the good news is that school will always be there. You can always go back.
Absolutely. I know a lot of my friends have actually gone back and taken courses online and things like that. And the cool thing is now with technology, with these days, there's options. Oh, yeah. And I know that I'm not lost.
No. But I totally agree with you. If this is what you love and it's what you want to do, then that's what you will do. You'll find a way to make it work. Okay, what do you think the number one question was? Does Hunter have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
To address that.
Notice I'll start fidgeting. No, I don't. And of course, there are days I wish I did. And I'm looking. I'm trying to find it. My biggest thing is that with all the energy that I invest, like I just said in this, I want to make sure that when I do find that somebody and I start spending that time, it's like it's got to be a mutual thing. I've got to invest as much as she will. You know, we have to compliment each other. I have to compliment her as much as she's got to compliment me. So I gotta get my stuff together and make sure that I'm ready to enter in and actually do what's necessary to make it work, and not just go into something and say, why is it working?
Yeah.
You know,
it's a very smart way to approach it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta have all your stuff together. You gotta build your fort.
What is that like for you? Like, you know, we went through. Scotty McCreery was here not too long ago,
right.
and he has a huge fan base that was here. And how is that for you to just go from, you know, you can you can go to the grocery store one day and you're fine and you're getting your milk and whatever, and then now you can't go anywhere probably without people knowing who you are.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's so cool to be walking down the street, you know, with a hat or sunglasses on, and somebody still stops you and like, you look familiar. And it's just kind of like, okay, like, you know, it's like you don't know whether to assume it's because, you know, you're well, you know, I'm so and so, or are you just kind of like, well, where'd you go to school, you know, like how do I know you, you know?
Yeah.
It's a cool feeling though to know that people know the music and know who I am. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Real quick, are you a truck or a convertible guy?
Oh, convertibles. Yeah, totally. No, I'm a car guy. I have a hard time. Yeah, I have a hard time with the whole convertible concept.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely a car guy.
Okay,
yeah, for
good.
sure.
And then, so when you get in your car, what do you listen to? Who do you listen to? Who's your like number one on your mixtape?
You know, some days it's like I'll turn on an album. Like the other day, I went and repurchased because I couldn't find it in my collection, but I went and rebought the Mud on the Tires record from Brad Paisley.
Oh, fun!
Just because we were sitting at dinner, Sam and I, and we were like, man, remember? And we started singing this song, and we were like, dude, that record was unbelievable. And I bought it right then and there, and I started listening to it, and I listened to it for like 3 days straight. And then there's some days where I'll just put on shuffle and kind of listen to whatever, you know. And there's and obviously, you know, there's some days, and that's strictly because, you know, most of the time we're on the road and we're in the middle of nowhere, traveling to a city, you know. So. And then, you know, I love when I get back to Nashville, or, you know, when I'm in a city for a couple of days, turn on the radio and just kind of listen to what's up, you know, keeping up with the times, if you will, because it's so hard when you're on a bus. I mean, you know, you got satellite and all, but it only works like 30% of the time because you know, you never know where you are. So it's cool.
And then, do your parents come with you on tour, or do
they come out to a couple of shows every now and then? I don't get to, you know, they don't get to come everywhere like they used to. They never missed a show. Between the two of them, I had one parent at every show till I was like 16, which was really cool. Yeah, the really cool thing is now they get to see it grow. You know, in these spurts, right? They were out, you know, at the beginning of the year. They saw my new set with the chalk on it. You know, I don't know if you got to see that, but it's really cool. We have it today. But we started with, we painted everything on stage with this black chalk paint. We chalked in my lyrics on everything, so it just looks like a sea of lyrics. So they saw that with the bus and the trailer, and then they came out to this show, which is, you know, the truck with my face on it, and we took pictures next to it, and lights and all that good stuff. So it's, you know, they get to see it grow a little bit at a time, which is cool.
Well, I can't thank you enough for taking time to talk to us today.
Absolutely.
And I will say, selfishly, Megan's birthday is in 2 days, so any chance you singing a line of happy birthday?
3.
Perfect. I know a guy. That's awesome. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
She's like, I'm trying to stay in.
Yeah.
Talk about me.
All right. Thank you so much for spending time with us, Hunter Hayes.
Thank you guys.
And listen for, we'll have all of Hunter's upcoming music here on 109 The Wolf.